Hello!
Hi, this is Rahim and Christina, and today you will gonna learn something interesting, which is about how you really have a perfect day that gonna impact your life to reach to the life that you want. Today's book is called The 5 a.m. Club. Guys, if you're not even a reader, will make you read. The way the Robin Sharma wrote this book, it's you feel like you don't want to stop. Maybe some people will say that, oh, the 5 a.m. club, that means, oh, just about the 5 a.m. I know, khalas. No, we know that. Khalas means enough, I don't know. But no, it's deeper than that. Really.
So I would put the 5 a.m. Club under the realm of like self-help books, motivational books, but it is set up uniquely in that it's set up almost like it's a fictional book where there are 4 characters and you kind of follow them along this journey. I want to first start off by saying that we have both found benefits from this book, yet neither of us at this moment in our life are waking up at 5 a.m. And we'll get into that later for various reasons, but it can be, the title can be a little bit intimidating where you're like, waking up at 5 a.m. doesn't make sense for my life. And still reading this book, I would say you can benefit from almost everything, even if that doesn't exactly fit into your life.
Even if you try it from time to time, honestly, when I have especially important things and I really want to achieve in my day, if like life is settled and everything, waking up at 5 a.m. it really will help me out to achieve a lot, to finish a lot of things too. From the thing is, even my energy will be better, and like even if I feel like I want to achieve more, and I will be achieving more. The fundamentals and the knowledge in the book could be for you as the one who love to wake up early, and also it's okay for the other people who is not really waking up very early.
I think the school of thought of waking up at 5 a.m. is really great, and you will hear that in a lot of different teachings to say, go to bed early, wake up when the sun rises, wake up before the sun rises, and this is like sort of a spiritual time, which I think both of us agree with. And there was one time in my life where I did this consistently, and it was during my 300-hour teacher training. Every single day we were waking up early, doing like meditation, yoga, pranayama for like 2.5 hours right in the morning, and it felt amazing. But those are controlled circumstances, and I think that a lot of us don't live in circumstances like that. For example, I worked as a nurse. I was flipping back and forth from day shift to night shift every 3 weeks. I was like, having any sort of consistent time that I'm waking up isn't really feasible. I'm not part of the 5 a.m. club. I'm not part of the 8 a.m. club. I'm not part of anything. Like sometimes I'm waking up early. Sometimes I'm waking up really late. Sometimes I'm sleeping like for a really long time. And so we all have these different schedules based on like the life circumstances that we're in. At this current moment, now we have a 3-month-old little baby, and I think our sleep cycle is more based on when he sleeps. So there's different things, and I think this is a good goal to get to. That's not, that's not all of us. Like a lot of us work in jobs that won't work, or have kids, or different situations. And so that's really one of the main points that we want to talk about here. We want to talk about the book, but we also want to talk about how to apply this to your life, whether you're waking up at 5 a.m. or whether you're not waking up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, if you're not a 5 a.m. guy or girl, so it's okay. Keep watching, because there's a lot of knowledge that we really get from this book that really gonna impact your life, and as it's really impacted my life and impacted Christine's lives. So let's go.
So the book is kind of simply set up where there's only 4 characters. It starts off with these 2 characters. The artist is suffering from like creativity block, and the entrepreneur is like that typical working too much, not taking care of herself enough, and just feeling really burnt out. And then the person the guru, almost the person who's leading this conference, his name is the spellbinder. And then there's this 4th character who is the one who is sharing most of the knowledge, and they refer to him as Mr. Riley, or the billionaire, or like I think it's like the business tycoon. And this guy is the one who has taken the advice of the guru and approaches the entrepreneur and the artist and is like, I took this wisdom, I applied it to my life, and now I'm rich, and is sharing this information to the two other characters. On this journey, he like approaches them at this conference, is super eccentric, looks homeless, is like dressed super simply, and they think, is this guy crazy? And then he invites them on this journey where they go to Mauritius, they go to India, they travel all over the place, and along the way, he's just leading them through these lessons of how to improve their life, how to be the most effective they can. And
when you watch, I mean, like I said, even watch, because when you read this book, you feel like you're gonna watch a movie, because the way Robin Sharma wrote the book he's amazing. He's really creative in writing. You feel like you want to watch more or read more, because there is a movie will be in your mind. So let's go inside the book, get some kind of things that really impacted our life, and it's gonna impact your life. Guys, when you work every day, small steps, and you win the day, and we're gonna talk about that, you win the day every day by small steps, make you grow every day. You are growing the seeds of a big, maybe first, or a big empire that you're gonna build in your life. In the end of the book, it will teach you how you really spend your day as a daily routine. You know, Robin Sharma, he's a coach of like high performer people. He give you what he give people who are really have the high performance people, like CEOs and businessmen and these kind of things. So if you have the ambitions, you have the goal to achieve more in your life, there is a lot of wisdom in this book, which is, we're gonna start it with something called the victory hour. Tell us.
okay, so the victory hour is like the first morning of like your morning routine, the first hour of your day, what you're gonna do to set yourself up to be the best version of yourself, to have the most amount of energy for the day, most amount of like concentration. And basically it's divided into 3 intervals. He just divides it into 3 intervals of 20 minutes. 20 minutes you move, 20 minutes you reflect, and 20 minutes you grow. So 20 minutes you're doing some sort of maybe like high intensity movement. Then you spend 20 minutes reflecting, maybe meditating, journaling, something like that, and then you spend 20 minutes growing. And this is, you know, learning or applying kind of what you've learned, focusing on your creative pursuits.
I like this concept of really winning your first hour of the day, because it will make you win the whole day. I'm sorry to say that sometimes whenever we wake up, we just use our phone directly, which is
something that we actively are trying not to do.
Exactly. So I noticed that in my life, honestly, in my day, when I avoid touching my phone for not only the first 1 hour, even the first 2 to 3 hours of my day, I become a lot, like much more productive than anything else. And I like the concept of like, we are energy. You are energy. So you have an amount of energy every day. The thing with our phones, there is a lot of applications, there is a lot of web developer and application deliverables and some creative people who are working every day to absorb your time and energy. They want you to be in this application as much as you can, in this website as much as you can. And this, again, I work in marketing and we do that. How you do that by choice, not making these things control you. How you control your life, it's by you start your life with the victory hour. Because you can just do a lot of social media in your day, but without achieving anything, you will, in the end of the day, will become like disappointed. Just putting your life and giving yourself to taste the success by really just doing the victory hour, by doing some meditations for 20 minutes and doing some kind of quick workout for 20 minutes. Do some reading for 20 minutes. Imagine every day you do that. Our subconscious mind, it's programmed in a way that you program it. If you tell your subconscious mind, I am doing the victory hour every day. I am doing the victory hour every day. And you will notice a lot of difference in your life by doing that. Day by day. Even if you wake up at 8, do the victory hour. Except if you're late for your work, you know. Yeah, sometimes I do that. That's what I do. When I go work, I do my victory hour.
Yes.
Really, whenever I enter my office, I close everything, I just meditate and then read and then journal and then I start my day by working, because later he will teach us about the 90 minutes rules about working. So the victory hours that will make you really win the day, when you really start it right, the end will be bright.
So like Rahim was saying, some days this doesn't work out, and some days you get to work and you do the victory hour there. For all my nurses out there, working as a nurse, this felt almost impossible. And my first instinct when I read this book was like, that's great, but he's not talking to nurses, right? He's not talking to people who work weird hours or who are working irregular hours. The way I've modified the victory hour is somehow break this up over the week. As a nurse, I was working 3 or 4 shifts per week, and then I would have 3 or 4 days off. And I think if I was working 3 days in a row, and I'm working 12 hours, which by the time, going to work, coming back, it's like 14 hours of your day, you really only have enough time to sleep. Like, you don't want to be waking up an extra hour early. I would be just rolling out of bed, going straight to work, and I could not care less about anything else. And that's how it feels sometimes. And I mean, if you're not that type of person and you still can get up early, that's awesome. But I think you can refuel on those days off. If you're the type of person who's working a lot all at once, or if for a couple of days you're going to be really busy with work, then I think you can kind of then on your days off maybe have it victory 2 hours or something like that, where you extra refuel on the days that you have off.
Because of that, he was talking about something called the habit protocol. He said the Taj Mahal, it was being built for 20 years, but he said, and that Taj Mahal now, everyone, whenever someone goes to India, he must go and visit Taj Mahal. So he said that for the past 20 years, they were building the Taj Mahal. How they were building that? It's by small little willpower with consistency make the amazing Taj Mahal. So you can make your own Taj Mahal by doing this a little willpower with some kind of consistency. So the equal is gonna be an amazing impact in your life. And I love one day I was sitting with he's a millionaire. He's a businessman. He's a millionaire. So I was telling him I'm an employee now. Tell me, what's your secret? He was like, Rahim, there is no secret or anything. It's just consistency about doing something good to your life every day. For example, he was even reading a book. He was for example, I have blocked 30 minutes of reading every day. All the successful people now, they always have a blocked time when you really grow. Whenever you do this kind of a little hours, let's say even 2 to 3 hours of growing every day, so when you go and have fun, you will be feeling recharged, because you will be rewarding yourself of the good things that you have done to yourself. And I like that one day Will Smith, he was saying that when you have the commitment of growing yourself and this kind of discipline, that means that's the definition of self-love. So self-love is when you dedicate a time when you grow every day. The 5 a.m. Club, he will give you different strategies where you can block the time and finding the right time. And I like that even when he has an explanation about the 20-20-20. For example, why you start with the workout. He said that because you can increase the hormone of cortisol. So why you do this one? Because it increases the hormone of that thing. So he has even some kind of medical background, so to help you to understand even your nervous system, how it works, to achieve more in your life, because we deserve to live a good life.
I feel like I keep coming into this with the perspective of but if it doesn't work out, that's fine. He makes a lot of sense in the order that he does things. The way he presents a day routine is very dogmatic. It's very, you do this and then this and then this and then this. And in my perspective, I feel that can be a little bit intimidating, and it can also lead to feeling guilty on days that you don't get to that, or you wake up late and you rush to work and your victory hour is at work, or your victory hour, I was saying, you're working as a nurse, your victory hour is a victory 5-minute meditation in the morning, but then on your days off, you're dedicating more time to it. If you're able at some point in your life to create a structured environment where you can do this every day, then I think that would be really ideal. Like moving first is great. I love waking up. I love moving right away. We have a 3-month-old right now, and so my first 30 minutes that I'm awake in the morning, I'm holding him. And so I've started off with learning. Like the opposite. I'm doing like kind of the opposite, where my moving is the last thing, where I'm learning. I'm reading the Bible in the morning. I'm trying to learn Arabic. I do some Duolingo in the morning. I have like a certain amount that I want to do each day just to kind of set these small habits. So while I'm holding Noor, I'm starting that victory hour. So then when he's done, then I start my yoga practice. I, have it kind of in a different order. Yeah, so that's like my perspective and how I'm hoping to empower you guys to take these rules and these daily routines and apply them in your life in a way that makes sense and doesn't make you feel guilty if something doesn't fit exactly into your life.
So you just noticed just now how Christina, she's using the Victor Hour. I use the Victor Hour in different ways. Sometimes when I wake up, I have a walk in the house, and with some kind of doing some kind of reading Quran, for example. I like to study Quran in somehow, so I read some kind of meaningful things, some kind of insights, some kind of reflections, or some kind of affirmations. Take a shower and then meditate, and then do some kind of prayers. I read some from the book that I'm reading every now, and then I go to work. And really, it will be like a perfect day, because all our mind is busy with a lot of things. You have a lot in your mind. So when you have that clarity, when you have that kind of space for yourself to know, to focus, to increase the focus by being clear with yourself about what you want to do, getting out other things. Maybe sometimes there is a lot of things happen to you in life and you would love to learn from it. If you don't give yourself that kind of time to be with yourself, to practice, I like that when he was talking about that in the book, when you practice stillness and silence to reflect and understand your life, because your life starts within. And when you do that and you realize that, everything outside will change.
So I want to end with a quote that I liked from it. Only be around those people who fuel your joy. Only perform those pursuits that feed your bliss. Only be in places that make you feel most alive. I think both of us really like to, at the end of the day, come back and see how we can fit these learnings into our relationship. And so with this quote, I feel like it's worth thinking back to your relationship and saying is this relationship filling me with joy? Is it feeding my bliss? Is it bringing good energy into my life? And if not, you have multiple options for that. It's not to say that, get out of there, but maybe get out of there, but also maybe work on your communication, or maybe this is a sign to do self-work so that you communicate better with your partner. Maybe not even romantic relationship that you're in, but the relationships in your life, and doing what you can in this moment to change the situation or improve yourself.
Because honestly, when you have a beauty and light with the relationship with yourself, you'll find beauty and light with the relationship with everyone around you. Doing these victory hours and this kind of small habit protocol between you and you, it will really help to have a better version of yourself. So to have a better version as a husband, as a wife, as an entrepreneur, as an artist, as anyone.
You're doing this for you. You're doing it for the people around you as well.
Exactly. Yeah, in the end, there is more about this amazing book. We have
so much more to talk about.
Exactly. There is more coming. Please subscribe. Give us a nice like from you, because that will make us spread this knowledge and share this knowledge with somebody you know he needed or she needed. Because I'm sure there's somebody in your life, if he listened to at least some of this knowledge has been shared just now, it will help them. So we will see you in another episode soon. Live with love, peace, creativity, and passion, and never stop having the best version of yourself. Thank you.